Hello and welcome back to Small Talk. I am going to record a very quick video to give a brief update on the current stock market situation since Trump 2.0 has taken over the office, what's going on with the Tesla world, what to expect from the cryptocurrency, and also what to look for in the future going forward to next week. So first thing first, we all know that Trump has taken his oath to the office on January 20th, which was Monday. And the first day of him going into the office, he has signed multiple executive orders. The first thing that I really wanted to celebrate with my viewers was that he said there are only two genders, a male and a female. Amen to that. I have been looking forward to a leader who will actually take care of that issue, because there is no such thing in gays and lesbians. And you can call me whatever you want to, but God has created a male and a female, a man and a woman. There is no third gender. So all this gayism and lesbianism and this kusraism doesn't exist in the world. This is all because it has become a fashion. And if you talk about it, then of course you're misogynist, you're racist, you're all that stuff that they don't just want to put a label on it, because that's how they promote their agendas. So I'm very, very glad that he made this announcement. He also said that no funding will be spent on promoting these kind of third gender promotions, and no funding will be sent to other countries. And I'm very happy, because being a Muslim and a Pakistani, I am sick and tired of this khusra culture in Pakistan that has been prevailing. And now that is going to put an end to this, because I recently saw an article that there were $2 billion were sent to some of the big media companies in Pakistan to promote this gayism and lesbianism in Pakistan. And we all know, being a Muslim, how painful that is. Deep down, that really hurts, because we know that that's the biggest sin that you can commit as a human being. And Allah Almighty has destroyed an entire nation for committing this kind of sin, where men and women have gone against nature and they have committed these kind of horrific sins in the history. So I'm very happy to that. I know it's not stock related, but that's one of the news that I wanted to share with my viewers, and I wanted to give my opinion that yes, I am totally against. I'm not liberal. I'm against gayism and lesbianism. God has created a man and a woman, and we're going to stick by it. And I'm so glad that Trump made this announcement. Now no funding will be issued to Muslim or non-Muslim countries equally, and no funding will be distributed here in the US in the name of LGBTQ community. There is no LGBT community, and they have been getting this scholarship and that scholarship, and they have been given checks to live, because people discriminate against them. Yeah, people are supposed to discriminate against them, because they're going against God, they're going against nature, and we oppose to that. And you can make whatever comments you want to. I really don't care. Number two, today he during Trump's speech, and of course he has signed other multiple executive orders, of course, some of them being banning putting so many bans on immigration. He also said that you're not a citizen just because you have been born in the US, and there was some implications that applied. We can make a separate video on some of the executive orders that he's passed, and we can, do a little bit of dissecting and see if that makes sense to us. Overall, I don't think I'm opposed to that, because there are lots of things that people actually misuse and take advantage of. People come here, they plan a baby because they want to live in this country. Sure, they are productive individuals of the society. They come on a work visa or student visa, and then they just don't want to go back, and then they plan accordingly, because they know their child will have a birthright citizenship, and when that child turns 18, he or she can sponsor the parents and they can live here forever. So if I was an American president and I had to look out for this country, and I would want to make some changes, maybe I would do the same thing. But at the same time, I guess he needs to realize that this country is been running because of the immigrants, and if he puts this kind of immigration bans, it is going to really affect the economy of this country, because we're not producing skilled workers here in the US. Most of the skilled workers, particularly in those technical fields, they do come from other parts of the world. So he has to be very mindful and careful how he puts certain restrictions on immigration. The other thing that he also mentioned is tariffs, and I know when the tariffs are put on the trades, of course, it is going to affect the economy because the prices of the commodities are going to go up, which is going to raise inflation, and people are already sick and tired of the inflated economy as is. So that is also going to have some negative impact on the economy, on people's lives, and ultimately the stock market, which I'm going to talk about next. So let's talk about the stock markets. As I mentioned in the last video, the first few trading days of Trump is going to be very volatile, and we did see the volatility in the market. I've noticed the small cap stocks have been going parabolic. Same thing happened during Trump 1.0 era when he was the president. Small cap stocks were driving me insane because they were going parabolic, and same thing is happening now. I think NASDAQ is doing very well. Today it was a little bit down, but that's, there are up days and down days. He also spoke about cryptocurrency today in his speech, and he did mention that we are going to be a crypto nation. However, he didn't mention what kind of crypto nation and what does that entail, whether it's going to be just a Bitcoin or it's going to be a crypto bucket in general. And he also didn't go into much detail what does it mean to be a crypto nation, whether he's going to increase Bitcoin as his strategic reserve, or he is going to partner with El Salvador, because if you know, El Salvador has gotten away from fiat currency and they have actually started using Bitcoin as their national currency, and all their transactions are done via Bitcoin, which is amazing, by the way. So we'll see how that goes. I think more next week and week after. For the first 90 days, I think we're going to have lots of changes in the economy, in the political situations, in the regulatory sector. We're also going to have lots of changes in the crypto sector and in stock market in general, because of course he's only been in office for today's his fourth day. So he's moving pretty fast, but there's a lot more to come. So that's that. Let's talk about NVIDIA. NVIDIA has been the darling of stock market for past, I don't know, so many years, 2-3 years, and it has been doing great. It went up quite a bit last year. It's going up again. That pullback below 130 was really the best thing that happened to those who were waiting on the sideline to get into NVIDIA. And that's exactly what happened. People jumped into NVIDIA, and now NVIDIA is rising to the moon. So my prediction for NVIDIA stock is there were a few hiccups along the road when there was malfunctioning in the Blackwell chip, and the stock did go down quite a bit, but everything has been coming back up because people do realize this technology is not going anywhere. This is, as Dan Ives of Wedbush says, it's only 10 o'clock at night and party's going to go up until 4 o'clock in the morning. So we have a long night to go before the party ends. So AI is at, like, I don't know, maybe 9 p.m. right now. It's not even at 10 p.m. and the party, we have a long way to party with the AI stocks and some of the quantum stocks as well, because quantum stocks are, of course, being driven with the AI as well. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, of course, Uber has been doing well. Some of the crypto has been going up a lot. Bitcoin has touched all new times high recently. And then Tesla, of course, my darling. So Tesla has been fluctuating. There's a news or multiple news coming out for Tesla every single day. Yesterday, I don't know if it was yesterday or day before yesterday, Wedbush analyst Dan Ives has increased his price target from, I think, 615 to 650, if I remember correctly, and his bull case price target is, I think, $800, which would have, or you think should have boosted the Tesla stock. But then, of course, Tesla has earnings next week on January 29th, next Wednesday, and people are waiting to see how the earnings are going to look like. With the record deliveries in fourth quarter, 495,000 vehicles delivered, the earnings are looking good. There's going to be huge margin, but the analyst, even though analysts, I mean, it did have record deliveries, but it didn't meet the expectations of the analysts. They were expecting higher delivery than 495,000 vehicles. So it did have a bit miss, but going forward, I think on the 29th, what analysts are expecting 0.7, if I remember, 0.75 earning per share, which is going to be 7% increase year over year from last quarter at the same quarter. They are looking to have $27 billion increase in revenue, which is going to be 9.5%, I believe, increase from last year same quarter. Analysts and the investors will be looking for 2025 outlook regarding the full self-driving in California and Texas, the new low-cost vehicle that he has announced, and his production going forward into 2025, what the outlook is going to be, and also the humanoid robot, and see where that technology stands. We have to see what Elon Musk would say in his conference call on January 29th. I'm very hopeful. The earnings are going to be great. I think the outlook is going to be wonderful. Though $7,500 tax credit is affecting the EV Tesla sales, but I think with the new full self-driving and ride-hailing and humanoid robots and their low-budget new vehicle, if they announce it in this earning, I think that is going to have a huge impact. And once the earnings are announced, and depending on what Elon Musk has to say in his earning call, I think stock is going to go parabolic. But again, Elon Musk could say something which the market may not like, and it could crash as well. So I never play earnings, so to speak, because it could go either direction, and market has been acting very weird, as we see during NVIDIA conference call. What happened, even though the earnings were great, the market still didn't like it because they were expecting way more than what was announced, because it has been outperforming its own promises, and that's what market was looking for. So it could be the same case with Tesla, because there's a lot that is already has been priced into the current price, and if there's nothing that gives the stock market a hope, I think market is not going to like it, and people might pull their money out. But I'm long bull, as you guys know. I'm holding this stock until it reaches at least $600. I think I will take some profit at $600, given that there is no other excellent, super exciting news is announced. In that case, of course, I will revise my price target and I will make an updated video. Let's talk about Netflix. God, what a wonderful earnings they had. In spite of increasing their prices, they have exceeded a huge number of new subscribers and new clients, and their revenue was amazing, and the stock was up 14%. And for Netflix to be 14%, like $125 jump, like within 5 minutes of after the earnings were announced. So I think this quarter is looking very good, because so far all the earnings have been great. Inflation seemed cooler. PPI, CPI was fine. Trump 2.0 is in the office, and so far he hasn't said anything which would disappoint the market. I think everything has been taken care of as per promise. So market is pretty optimistic. I am very optimistic, and I'm bullish on the stock market. I have been trading small amounts on daily basis. As I mentioned before, a friend of mine has gotten me hooked up to this, so I make a couple of hours a day and I'm happy. But usually I'm an investor, I'm not a day trader, so I have lots of money put into, actually in fact all of my money has been put into the stock market. I don't have any dry powder on the side to jump in, but as I sell some of my old positions, I will be buying into some of the new stocks that I really want to get into, and I will of course keep making an updated video. So next week, look forward to the January 29th fourth quarter Tesla earnings, and then of course that is going to decide which way Tesla is going to go. I'm very hopeful. I think the stock market in general is very hopeful because of their record deliveries in fourth quarter. They're looking at the revenue is going to be great, and of course outlook for 2025 is also very important for the investors, and they're going to be paying very close attention to what Elon Musk has to say, and what he announces, and like what to expect and when to expect certain aspects of the business. So that's my update for the video. I hope this video helps. Please give my video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Until next video, take care, good luck, and go out and make some money.